Oh, Chief Culp, here's a good one for you, sir.
All right.
If you were governor right now, how would you have handled the pandemic?
I've said this since it started, that the First Amendment says that we have the right to peaceably assemble, and we have the right to our religious freedom, among other things. It doesn't say that you have these rights unless there's an emergency. It doesn't say that. And our rights were given to us by our Creator. It says that right in the Declaration of Independence. So something that God gives you, no man should be able to take away, without due process. Obviously, if you're charged with a crime, you go through the court process and you're found guilty, then yeah, your rights are going to be taken away. You're going to jail. But free citizens, we've been put on house arrest, and without any due process, but only because one person said that's what's going to happen. And no one person should have that kind of power. It's not granted to him by the Constitution. The legislature passed a law and said that in case of emergency, the governor can do this, this, and this. Well, I'm going to work to get that rescinded. There's absolutely no reason why a government official should be able to take citizens' rights away and put them on house arrest. We've never had anything like this in our lifetime, in our history, where, we've had AIDS, we've had SARS, we've had all kinds of pandemics, and never has our government taken our rights away. And this is absolutely ridiculous. In World War II, a Democrat president took away the rights of Japanese Americans and took them out of their homes, out of their businesses, and put them in internment camps.
Yep.
Hundreds of thousands of them for our safety. It's, have you ever noticed it's always about our safety or the children? That's
Right.
The excuse they use all the time. But you cannot trample on people's God-given rights. And that's one thing I will never do.
Right.
I would have press conferences with the medical professionals that would have explained what's going on, what they think is going on. Obviously, it was pretty cloudy in the beginning, right?
Oh, 100%.
But they would explain, the best way to protect yourself from a virus. That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And give the information to the citizens in a press conference with medical professionals. I'm not a medical professional. Jay Inslee is not a medical professional. The only thing is a professional politician. So get the information out to citizens. This is what you should do. This is what may, this is what may happen if you don't do it. And as governor, I would make sure that the supply channels are open to get the medical supplies that we need or may need. And then let the citizens decide what's best for their business and their family, and let the customers of those businesses decide what's best for them. If they don't want to go into a cafe, then the cafe would end up shutting down anyway. But you don't need a dictator in there saying that, okay, there's a virus. You guys are going to stay home. You guys can go to work because you're government contractors. But mom and pop shops, you guys need to shut down. Unless you're a marijuana store, you can stay open. If you're an abortion clinic, you're okay. But you can't go into your cafe, and the gun shops, we got to shut those down because those are places that the virus will definitely get you, right? It's just so stupid.
It was ridiculous. I mean, I was driving by and I was like, because just driving by to go to work, you see lines out the marijuana shops. And by no means am I saying don't open your shops. I'm saying, why are you open and I can't go in and support this local business that I know they worked their tail off to get open, right, and to keep open, and or go get a haircut. Sir, I'm wearing a hat because the hair looks ridiculous. I can't go get a haircut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I have a friend that's a barber, and he doesn't give a crap about what J&Z says. He's a free American.
Yes, sir. I like that guy. I like that already. Shout out to that barber.